Self-awareness is the ability to focus on yourself and how your actions, thoughts, or emotions do or don't align with your inner standards. This one's big. Men have a massive problem with this because you know why? We're freaking warriors at heart, and we have a mission, and we will kill this mission. We will feel later. Every single guy has this, like, I'll feel it later. Like if it was a car accident, no problem. No tears, mission mode, crush it, move the car, get this, right? But the problem is we don't actually facilitate a moment where I need to feel this stuff. So if you want inner healing, you got to feel. And guess what? A lot of guys don't like what they feel. We've been told the wrong things for so long. So if your actions, thoughts, emotions don't align with your internal standards, that means you lack self-awareness. If you're highly self-aware, you can objectively evaluate yourself, manage your emotions, align your behavior with your values, and understand correctly how others perceive you. Self-awareness is the #1 sales training that should be out there. Because when you know who you are, I can see you. That's why, Mike, I know what you're feeling because I was that guy, dude. Like all my life, I was told I was just broken, and I believed it for a long time. Where I'm like, fuck that. The world can bend around me now because that isn't me. That isn't you. So when we start seeing ourselves clearly first, you will be a ninja with people. Like that? Like that? Like probably that's that. I know when someone's laughing at me and not with me. And that's what's happening right now.
Oh, that was your ninja move.
That was actually pretty good, eh? Okay. I'm not a ninja, obviously. But here, I'm going to give you a story. I sold office furniture. Okay. Office furniture. I had left rehab. I was a counselor. I did a lot of public speaking with that place, and I got headhunted. It's my first real job. And I was 10 years too young for the industry. So I walked in there. I didn't know any better. And I started selling stuff. My dad was a salesman. And what he said was, and we're going to get into this on the next lesson. We're going hard into selling next lesson. What he said, he goes, Ben, you want to know how to win? He goes, you just ask 10 people for business every day. So I asked 40 every day, 40. Like I'm talking like, hey, it's Ben here. You want to buy a desk? The worst. Hey, how's your desk looking? You probably want a new one, right? Like I had to get through to people, and I learned hard way, but I ended up selling $2.5 million of office furniture with this system, which is the same system I've evolved, but I'm going to teach you. So here's the crazy thing though. That's for tomorrow or for the next week. But here's the thing. I got called, and I'm an all-star now. Like I'm killing it, but I'm young, 20s. And I got called into the vice president's office. I'm like, what the hell's going on? She goes, Ben, we've got a complaint about you. I'm like, what? Completely blindsided. What are you talking about? The front office staff, like the AutoCAD drawers and the designers, they think you're a bit of an asshole. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like at the time, I didn't even swear. Like, I'm like, how bad can I be? Like, the problem was I had zero connection to human beings. And I didn't know that. I'd walk in and be like, hey, can you get this done? Boom, boom, boom. Mission mode, get it done. I forgot niceties. I forgot to actually give a shit about their humans. They're my AutoCAD, my designers, right? So I lacked self-awareness, which hurt that relationship, which guess what? They're not going to support me. So I went back and talked to them and said, I'm so sorry. But it definitely hurt the relationship. I was known as that guy for a while. So that was imagine if I could understand that what they were feeling, I needed to stop and just enjoy their conversations and finally get to know them. I had zero value in that. I was just driven. So I didn't know. That's a lack of self-awareness. So I couldn't navigate. I didn't see my compass. I was walking life blindfolded and I was missing things. There's another time where the same thing happened to me with my wife when she says, I want to leave you, completely blindsided. I didn't know. Have you guys ever had this? You'll like this one. Girls and guys are the same. It's like in a relationship, you ever had this? You know what? You're just not hearing me. You're just not listening. And you're like, I heard every word you said. I can repeat the words. And she's like, exactly. Like, what the fuck? What does that mean? I mean, she's saying I'm not really listening to her. I heard the words, but I wasn't. That was a hard one, guys. I still struggle with it still. To understand what she was wanting was connection. She wanted the ability to just share her opinion and feel like I was like I've learned so much, guys. And so that was another lack of self-awareness that hurt the relationship. How about this one, guys? This one's probably only about a year or two ago. I went in with a CMA because I don't sell real estate very much at all. I got like one listing left. Everything's going to my team. And what happened was I went into the CMA. We had the listing. The guy lent me his trailer. We met up at a campsite during the first listing. It's $1 million home, beautiful acreage. We became friends. A year later, so it didn't sell. A year later, he goes, we want to price the house again. Do you want to list it? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. But this time I brought in Adam. Now, here's the thing. The way we positioned ourselves at the table, I talked to him, but I knew that when I first came in, it was a conversation of divorce. They never did divorce, but I lacked the connection to self-awareness. I was just thinking about the deal, the information that I got to tell someone. How am I going to land it? And he is a very strong personality, and she's a wonderful girl. I like her. I literally showed up at the meeting with balloons and chocolates because I knew it was the daughter's birthday. Like I'm thinking, so I'm high on myself. I was blinded by my own, like, fuck, that's good. Like I got this one in the bag. I'm going to tell this coaching group how great I am with this one. Like you just get into the ego. And what happened was I missed something. My greatest competitor, who hates my guts, who it is still fun to beat, she beat me and she got the listing. And I'm just like, and he called me. He's like, Ben, I said, oh, look, dude, you got to tell me why I didn't get this. He goes, you know what happened? It was my wife. I go, what do you mean? He goes, you kept looking at me, not her. Rose was like, you got that. I learned something that was I was lacking awareness that her life was a man that was probably controlling, and she might be had a situation, but if I would have valued her or it was not conscious, guys. It cost me $15,000. We can make the financial costs right there. If I would have sat down and be like, hey, look, come on over here. Let's get you both included. Guess what? I leveled up with my self-awareness now. So you learn, but if you're not open to learning and challenging who you are and all the different things, you'll never learn. You get stuck.